This is one of the first films ever made, 1898. Thomas Edison sent a man with a camera the size of a piano to watch a Wild West show come to Brooklyn. Edison wanted to record this man, an old Army scout and buffalo hunter who had persuaded 640 friends to follow him on a trail drive around the world. His name was William F. Cody. You know him better as Buffalo Bill. We found this rare old film, an even rarer soundtrack, and thought you might like to hear how Buffalo Bill talked.
Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce to you a Congress of the Rough Riders of the world.
Before the turn of the century, those Rough Riders toured with a tiny sharpshooter named Annie Oakley, performing for princes and kings and having a grand old time. They traveled in style. The show made millions and changed forever the way the world would think of America. In Italy, the Wild West show was so popular, Buffalo Bill made a modest proposal to the Pope. He suggested that His Holiness might bolster the strength of the church by signing on as an attraction. Buffalo Bill moved his huge army of men and animals with such precision that the German Kaiser Wilhelm II sent his Prussian guards to study how it was done. And at one performance, he insisted that the sharpshooter, Annie Oakley, shoot the ash off a cigar which he held in his mouth. Well, she did. And years later, when the Kaiser marched his Germans into World War I, using Buffalo Bill's marching techniques, Annie said, "I wish I had missed the cigar."
Buffalo Bill, oh Buffalo Bill, he never missed and never will. Always aims and shoots to kill, and the company plays his Buffalo Bill.
When Buffalo Bill was an old man, he tried his hand at movie making. He wasn't very good. The Indians wanted to use real bullets. But he left a legacy that lives to this day. He created a West that never was. The encircled wagon, the imperiled stage, the cowboy who rode hard, shot straight, and rescued anybody he didn't have to kiss. Few remain who remember, but at Pine Ridge, South Dakota, one memory still shimmers across the years. Lewis Whirlwind Horse, who rode with Cody as a small boy.
They have a football game on horseback, and those horses are trained so that they push on that big ball, and sometimes they break it, and be a big noise and a lot of air come out. They don't get scared, but other times the one that pushes a ball in between, just like a football game, wins the game.
Lewis Whirlwind Horse looks for faces, an address list of long-forgotten names.
And there's Father way back there.
There are people today that say that Buffalo Bill's Wild West show was a fake, that it just exploited Indians.
Exploited Indians, you mean? No. Buffalo Bill wants an Indian to be an Indian all the time, rest of his life. Don't neglect your custom and your language, and don't be ashamed of your skin.
All that remains are shredded tintypes preserved in amber, and a few memories softly spoken. Outside, the Black Hills of South Dakota, their color locked and dried by the sun, wrinkled by sandpaper winds. The West of yesteryear is not here. 100 years ago, the Old West left with a traveling showman who sold it to the world. For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, Porcupine, South Dakota.